Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'm here to give you my pre-match thoughts going into the game between Stoke and Luton. Right now, 4 points separates both teams. If Stoke win, they go 7 points clear. If Luton win, we go 1 point away from Stoke. So it's an absolute massive game. Both set of fans will be really nervous, but also excited at the same time because this is what football is all about. It's about these massive games and it's about players stepping up at the right moment. We're at business end of the season. I've been very vocal on Luton, making sure that we do get points against the teams around us in the Championship. If we do that, you most likely stay up. So fingers crossed, Luton, we can get a positive result. I don't think drawing away to Stoke is the end of the world. I know it might sound it and it might feel it at the time. But I think for Luton right now, it's very important we just don't lose. We just keep this unbeaten run going. Because I don't know what the mentality will be like if these group of players lose a game of football. How quickly can they bounce back? And that does worry me slightly. So I feel positive. I feel confident. I'm actually going into this game with more confidence than I have done for a while. Because we've won away from home. We beat Cardiff, Clark and Asgard with their goals. We beat Hull. Yes, it was a lucky own goal. But winning away from home has now given me some confidence. Of course, there is a particular area of the pitch which Luton do need to improve in. And I do want to talk about that in this video. But apart from that, in the other areas, in terms of the midfield, in terms of the defence and the goalkeeper, it's getting better. And that's what excites me. And hopefully we can keep winning games of football and get out of this mess which we are in. And we can all completely forget about this season. We can put this season in the bin and just hopefully have a successful time with Matt Bloomfield as our manager. But anyway, let's talk about that area of the pitch. So Elijah Adebayo is in doubt for this game. He picked up an injury against Leeds at home. Now, Matt Bloomfield, he's got a couple of options. Does he play Chong alongside Morris? Does he play Ali? Does he play Nordas? Or does he completely change the formation? I don't think he will change the formation. I think he's pretty much dead certain it would definitely be 5 at the back with the 3 centre-backs in front of the goalkeeper. But he might add an extra player in the midfield like he did for a small period of time at home against Leeds. Chong, for about 5 to 10 minute spell, did play just behind Morris alongside with Asgard. So Matt Bloomfield might try that out again because we nearly scored a goal against Leeds playing that way. So that could be an option. Or he might play Chong a little bit more further forward alongside Morris. My personal choice would be to play Ali. Ali for me is a natural striker. He played as a striker for Exeter this season and also last season. I feel like he does know where the net is. I know he missed that offside chance against Sunderland, but he was Exeter's top goal scorer, so he doesn't know where the net is if he gets given opportunities. But more importantly is what he does with the ball. He's a good dribbler. He will be direct. He uses his pace and he's physical, which helps. And I also feel like because he's more natural, he can run in behind. It gives our midfield a different type of pass to make. Because what we've been doing recently, we all know this. We play to Morris, who hauls the ball up and he looks for flick-ons. He looks to link the play up. Whereas if you play with Morris and also play with Ali, you could still do the same thing with Morris and allow him to win the ball back and be direct and win plenty of aerial battles and link the play up, but you can also put the ball in behind and allow Ali to run in behind because Morris and Elijah Adebayo, they're not the type of strikers to do that. They won't do that, in fact. But Ali will do that. He will run in behind. He will look for those runs. And I do think the likes of Asgard, Walsh and Clark, they've got the vision, they've got the ball quality to pick that pass out. And if they don't, at least they can find passes out wide to either Isaiah Jones to Alfie Doughty, who can also try and find that ball in behind the Stoke defence backline. Also, with Ali playing up top alongside with Morris, Ali can also drift out wide and give us more of an option and be attacking down the left or right hand side, which will then, I would believe, Morris can stay more in the box where he's going to be the most dangerous. I think out of the two strikers between Morris and Elijah Adebayo, Morris is the one that just gets these half chances. Elijah is the one that always gets the clear cut ones, but Elijah never really takes them. I also think as well it's not the correct decision to place someone who's carrying with a knock. We've still got games remaining. I know that there's not many games left, but Elijah playing through an injury, for me, just doesn't make sense. So that would be the only change I would make to the starting 11. Elijah out, Ali in. Now, I have seen a couple of comments online about Isaiah Jones playing as the striker because he has done for his country, and Ali playing as the wing back. For me, I'm totally against this. I want to see players in their natural position. Isaiah Jones might be able to play as a striker, but I don't want to see a player playing as a wing-back when he's not natural in that position. Especially when you've got someone fit and available who can play that role perfectly fine. Isaiah Jones, for me, is more of a confidence thing with him. I think when he's got that confidence, in whatever position he plays, he will thrive. But without that confidence, he doesn't quite do it for me. And I want to see more of an attacking, display from him. Yes, he got the goal against Leeds, but what I found was against Leeds, he was getting in these attacking areas and he wasn't really making use of it. He wasn't taking on his man, and if he wasn't using that pace which he's got. That he's so quick. Use the pace. That's what I really want him to do. And I also want to see a much improved performance from Alfie, because I do think our wing backs recently, they haven't quite been up to the same level as our other players. But defence, I don't see a problem. We are much harder to break down. I think it's very important to stay in the game as long as possible. So being really difficult to break down is definitely the right way to go. But we've got to remember, we're not going to score screamers from outside the box and get lucky own goals every single week. Of course, I wouldn't say no to it, but we've got to figure out a way to create these clear-cut opportunities. But I feel confident. I would like us to just continue this unbeaten run. If we don't beat Stoke, at least get something. Don't allow them to win. It's a must-not-lose game for me. Yes, a point might not be enough. And yes, a point, and with other teams around us in the Championship also winning, it will feel like a defeat. But if you keep the unbeaten run going, it just keeps the confidence amongst the group of players. We then play a Blackburn side at this moment in time. They're not on the greatest of form. I don't know what the result would be Tuesday or Wednesday night for them. Most likely a defeat. So they will come to Luton not on the greatest of form. So we can take advantage there and, get behind the players. But look, I feel confident. The only issue for me is, can we click in front of goal? So, those are my thoughts on the game against Stoke. I know we don't have the best of records against Stoke, but we do have a good record against Mark Robins. Out of our last 10 times we've played against Mark Robins, he's only managed to beat us once, and that was recently in the 3-2 win for Coventry when he was their boss. So fingers crossed he can't figure out a way to beat us this time round, and Matt Bloomfield gets one over him. But I'm feeling confident. I'm looking forward to it. Big games. It's time for big players to step up and show us what they can do. And fingers crossed Luton, look, we walk away with the 3 points. Let me know your score prediction. Let me know your thoughts down in the video comments. And I'll see you guys in my match reaction after the game against Stoke.